You were abandoning your parents. You were just leaving them there because you didn't care. And now the new sentiment is that no, once you retire, you go on to a different kind of existence, a luxury-filled existence, and that makes it okay.
That is if you have the money.
If you have the money.
Yes. No. Well, moving on, folks, the American unions are now taking trips to go around the world following these multinational companies that are located maybe in France or maybe in Germany and other places. Sodexo, which is the former Marriott company.
That's right.
And they are the catering company to the world. Well, the union from here went to the meeting in Paris and demonstrated outside of their meeting hall, the annual shareholders meeting, and protested because they said, you know what? These multinational companies in their own country pay better than in the foreign country like the United States of America. They pay $12.24 an hour in Paris, but up here they do not pay more than $10. So they were protesting that. And these protests go on in Germany, for instance, Deutsche Telekom, same thing. But this is interesting from the point of view that the unions here are now
globalizing.
They're stretching their hands around the world. And they want to be, just like the companies have gone global, some of these unions want to go global. They want to represent the entire world.
Well, here's an interesting story about how our economy is taking toll on the simplest of things, breakfast. Did you know over the last couple of years, all the fast food restaurants had been really expanding their breakfast menus? McDonald's was opening earlier. Denny's was offering all kinds of different breakfast options. Breakfast was a big-time booming business for fast food restaurants, totaling over $57 billion a year, which is substantial. And not only that, but breakfast sales were jumping as much as 64% before the recession. Well, guess what? Recession means a lot of people are either out of work, or even if they're working, they're not paying the dollars to buy breakfast at those fast food restaurants anymore. They're choosing to eat cereal or oatmeal at home. Consequently, fast food breakfast sales have tanked in the last couple of years.
I see that, when you're unemployed, you get up late, so you have to skip the breakfast.
You go straight to lunch.
Straight to lunch. And I mean, the breakfast has suffered. Breakfast is a great business when the unemployment rate is 3%. Breakfast is a bad business when it is 9 and 10%, which is what it is now. So I can see that.
It's no accident that you're finding a lot of great deals for breakfast. In fact, I think Denny's was offering free breakfast for a while, and McDonald's has got always a great menu. So if you happen to love breakfast like me, now might be the best time actually to go out and get yourself a breakfast sandwich, because prices might go up later, but they're rock bottom right now.
Everybody's like 99 cents, I don't know if you looked at the CPAC conference last week, which is a whole lot of Republicans calling themselves conservatives, and the leader of the party. Right? I want to tell you, they were having fun with President Obama. I mean, they used lines and sentences, the one-liners, they were hilarious. But the best one was from the former Speaker Newt Gingrich. You know what he said? That for the next 3 years, we can't all sit on the sidelines, so let's take President Obama's mantra of let's have bipartisanship on every bill. He says, I highly recommend that all Republicans should get on the bandwagon. We cannot sit on the sidelines and do this, but make sure that the laws that are passed are conservative. And I thought that was a very good offer. President Obama offered it to the Republicans. Hey, sit down on the table, let's negotiate. Senate has some very strange rules. Consequently, the gridlock has been just tremendous. Did you know, by the way, that they come to work on Tuesday and then they leave on Thursday evening? So Washington Post actually invited some former officials to say, hey, if you were to change the Senate, which, by the way, the rules are being offered to be changed, what would you change? Here is Mac McClarty, the chief of staff to President Bill Clinton. This is what he says. Some 40% of appointed positions have yet to be filled. Dozens of nominees are still waiting Senate confirmation. I mean, you need full government in a recession. You can't get it because the senators have this rule anonymous senator can just hold someone's appointment and it never sees the light of the day. They said that rule should be changed. Norman Ornstein, the resident scholar at the American Enterprise Institute, he says coming on Tuesday afternoon and closing down on Thursday afternoon, that should be changed.
It's a nice work week.
Yeah, they should come for 5 days. They should start Monday at 9 a.m. and Friday at 5 p.m.
Like most Americans do.
That's right. And if they work together a little longer, they'll get to like each other a little longer. So they'll not be gridlocked. They'll be more friendly, you know.
They should go for happy hour.
That's right. According to Warren Rudman, he's a senator, they need as much as $30,000 each week. They need to raise it to run for re-election. $30,000 a week.
That means all they're doing is just going out to these fundraising events.
That's right. And of course, they have to pick up the phone calls from people who have money. So here it is, they're not doing their job. If you can have the public sponsor the election, well, in that particular case, you will not have these senators running around trying to collect money so they can win their job for another 6 years.
You know, that's the sad thing, because most Americans really don't understand the inner workings of the Senate or the Congress, right? They just rely on somehow bills getting passed, and then when they don't pass, they get frustrated and they oust some of the people, usually the guy at the top. But, you know, if you just fix the process inside, you'd probably accomplish a lot more. But, you know, I just can't help but wonder, with the new ruling that Supreme Court made, the one that President Obama made such a big deal about in his State of the Union address, isn't that going to make this problem worse? He just took away campaign reform.
It did, and of course all the Congress is all upset and they want to change it. But once again, there's something we cannot help. Constitution was created and we all got to follow that, and the Supreme Court judges decided that's the way it is. But there are a number of things they can change. President Obama has said he wants it debated on C-SPAN. He wants everybody to see it. Yeah. I mean, we want to see who's being unreasonable. We can tell who's being unreasonable, and we want to see that. And maybe if they come on, they debate it on C-SPAN, which they actually do too. But in one bill between 4, 5, 6 people and President Obama sitting there and answering questions, I think that could be a good system.
We love reality TV.
Yeah.
There's no reason why they couldn't turn this, or borrow at least something from the reality TV concept, and actually showcase what happens inside. I mean, C-SPAN is great. It's boring for most people to watch. But the ones that watch it really, I think, walk away with a much better understanding of how things actually get done.
But, you know, rhetoric that is being spewed, I mean, they say something else, but they mean something else. I mean, that is what is happening up there. There's no reality to the words that they use. But if they sit and debate a bill with president there and a few senators from both parties coming in, or congressmen from both, I really think I would like that.
I think it's where the government should be going next. You know,
That's
transparency
right.
and inviting the public in, which is exactly what the public hungers for. I think it's time.
Reality TV.
Reality TV.
Yes. Well, folks, this is a holy weekend. When I say holy, I mean Indian Holi, which is the festival of colors, which happens to be this weekend.
It's a springtime festival.
Yeah, which is a fantastic festival. But they were all preparing to celebrate this big way, but unfortunately the snow has dampened the spirits.
It doesn't feel like spring. You know, when we think of Holi, we think spring is here. Flowers are blooming, the sun is shining, and we haven't had too much sun, too much warmth, and there are no flowers anywhere. So.
And we are not sure that the snow is gone out of our future yet, you know. But regardless, we wish you a very happy Holi from all of us here at Darshan. You have a wonderful week.
Namaste.
Namaste.